Welcome to Bobbi Jo's. Good morning. So we are going to be making some chili, but I'm going to make this for Steve because he has issues with tomatoes and acid and stuff like that. So we're going to make a non-tomato chili. I don't know if there's a recipe for this. I'm just going to kind of go with what I got. So I've browned my ground beef. And it has a little bit of grease in it, but I'm going to pour it in here because chili's better with a little bit of grease in my opinion. But that's not that much, just a little bit. This is about a pound, maybe a pound and a half. I did not measure it. Now in this skillet that I just emptied the ground beef out of, I'm going to saute what's left of this red onion, some red bell pepper, and a couple of cloves of garlic. I am making this non-tomato based chili for Steve, and also because we are supposed to have a winter storm. I mean, earlier in the week they were saying a foot of snow and all kinds of craziness. People were panicking and buying up all the heaters and kerosene and bread and milk and you name it, they're buying it. I did my grocery shopping on Monday before I knew about any of this, but I'm usually prepared anyway, so I ain't worried about it. Usually have what I need to cook with should we not have power. I've got my Lodge grill that I can just go put some charcoal in and cook if we need to. Anyway, I'm going to show y'all a before picture. Steve just had this idea that we should probably do a before of the snowstorm. And then we'll do an after and see how bad it gets. It depends on who you listen to, how bad it's going to get, but it don't really ever get that bad here. If it does, I'll be shocked. This is our backyard. And this is what it looks like right now. Look at all that green grass. Got the chestnut tree and all the pine trees. The bird feeders are very busy because my Blink cameras are constantly notifying me. There's all kinds of birds out here gathering up their seed, getting ready for the cold weather. Now it is going to get cold, but I'll do a video tomorrow when all this is supposed to arrive and see if we can compare the two, see how bad it gets. Okay, so we got a half of a red bell pepper, what was left of that red onion, and 2 cloves of minced garlic. We're going to add that in with the ground beef. I'll add some beef broth. Need about 24 ounces. This is 32 ounces, but I've used some of it. I guess I should measure it. All right, my measuring cup is 16 ounces. So we're going to have to do some math. Oh, I hear somebody back there in the background talking about my math. That is about a little over 8 ounces. What's 16 plus 8, honey? That's enough. He didn't make a comment. He's not being any fun. Okay, since I'm making this for Steve, I'm going to add a little carbs to it because he needs some carbs. He's opposite of me. I usually stay under 75 carbs a day, so I could probably have a small bowl of this. I'm going to add a can of whole kernel corn. We're going to add some beans to it. I was thinking of doing black beans, but I got this big can of pinto beans I'm going to add on there, in there. Let me push that back. And if y'all are new to my channel, all I do is cook, and I don't do a whole lot of chit chat because I have to concentrate on my cooking. This is my KitchenAid can opener. I'm not going to drain these. I'm just going to pour them all in there. This is 29 ounces. That's a lot of beans. That might cause some unwanted side effects. Still not getting any comments from him over there. 4 ounces of cream cheese. It's probably best to soften it, but it's gonna soften up as it cooks. But I did slice it up into little cubes. They're just all stuck together. We're gonna do a 1/2 cup of 1/2 and 1/2. If you don't have 1/2 and 1/2, I think heavy cream will work too. Now, I need to go get some seasonings together to season this up. Okay, I usually just throw stuff in here and don't measure, but I'm gonna measure. That way, if it's good, I can tell y'all how to make it again. But it's gonna be good. That's a 1/2 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of oregano leaves, because that's all we got. If you grow your own herbs and you dry them out, keep your little bottles because you can use them. I'm going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of cilantro, 1/2 teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt. We're going to do some black pepper. I don't know how much because I don't have any ground up to where I can just measure it. I'm just going to do this until it looks good to me. Give my hand a workout. Okay. I'm going to do a tablespoon of ground cumin. A heaping tablespoon of ground cumin. All right, a heaping tablespoon of chili powder. I get most of my stuff from Sam's, so I buy it in bulk, so I don't have to worry about buying it all the time. I'm gonna do a 1/2 teaspoon. I'm not gonna do it heaping because I don't want it too hot, although you can always add more. 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And I think we need a little Tennessee Sunshine sauce. We're also going to add some Tennessee Sunshine sauce, which is basically just a hot sauce. You know, I just add a few drops. Give it a little heat. Mix it all together. Now, if you like your chili a little thinner, you can add a little more beef broth or a little more 1/2 and 1/2. The beef broth will thin it a little more, but it should get a little thinner as it cooks. So I'm going to cook it on low for 8 hours because we're going to have it tomorrow, because we're having our winter storm. And chili is always good when you're having a winter storm. And I will make some cornbread to go with it, but my cornbread's going to end up being my low-carb cornbread because I want to be able to eat some of it. Alright, let me take a picture for the web page for my sister. She says I don't take enough pictures. Alright, I'm going to go stick this in my crock pot, low heat, lid on, 8 hours. I'm going to come back in 4 hours and stir it because that cream cheese and everything should have melted by then. And, but it should be done. It would probably be done in 4 hours, but chili is so much better the longer it cooks. Alright, see y'all in a little while.
From Amazon. U.S. National Weather Service has issued an ice storm warning for Chattanooga. It'll be in effect from January 24th, 1 p.m. EST until January 25th, 7 p.m.
It's been cooking all day. I ended up adding a can of black beans to it as well. Felt like it needed a little bit more beans. So we got corn, pinto beans, black beans, ground beef, onions, peppers, bell pepper, garlic, a bunch of spices. Smells really good. I haven't made cornbread yet, but I'm going to end up toasting a slice of sourdough bread for him to eat with this. And I'll make some cornbread for tomorrow. That was pretty good. What was this? Post-winter storm. What was this? Like the storm of the century?
Probably.
We got glares on the window, so you have to not pay attention to Steve's computer screen over there.
I'm trying to figure out how to.
But today we are under a probably flood watching warning because it is raining like crazy. As you can see, water is puddled everywhere. Yesterday we had light snow, just enough to just cover the ground. And then it got cold, and then it warmed up, then it started raining. We had sleet, snow, a mix. Then we had rain, and it's been raining ever since. The concern now is the temperatures are going to be dropping dramatically tonight into tomorrow. The winds are going to pick up, and they're concerned about ice because of all this rain. So we'll see if we have any ice. But right now, we didn't really have anything. We didn't lose our power. Everything still looks normal out here. So that's usually how it goes here in the Tennessee Valley, though. You got any comments, Steve? You've lived here your whole life.
Well, number one, we might not know if we lost power.
Oh yeah, we've got solar panels.
The experience required to predict weather in Chattanooga is difficult, and the experience needed is you need to be an older weather person because we're surrounded by mountains. It split at the mountains and went around us.
Oh yeah, we're kind of like in a bowl.
Yeah. It was kind of crazy, but that happens, and it's happened before.
Does that with storms in the summer too.
Yeah. Anyway, we were very fortunate because I'm thinking it was because a lot of people were praying we wouldn't get the ice and they wouldn't lose power, and God had mercy on us.
Look at all those blackbirds out there. Those are red-winged blackbirds. Well, anyway, God did have mercy on us. We had no bad weather so far. I don't even think we have ice on our trees.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's warm. It's like 36 degrees.
Yeah.
And
I'm sure they got it in the higher elevations.
Yeah, because there's a lot of power outages around Chattanooga. There's like 3,000 something power outages around the immediate Chattanooga area right now because I looked on the EPB site. Well, that's our storm update.
2 thumbs up and drill worthy.
That's all we're getting?
No, it's good. I love corn in my chili.
Well, it doesn't have any kind of tomato.
And that's good for my...
So how does it taste without the tomato sauce or
really
tomato
good.
Juice?
Tastes really good.
It's just beef broth and some half and half.
I like it. It's got a kind of a deer poop texture to it because they like to eat corn. What?
Don't be talking about deer poop in my videos.
Oh, is this in a deer poop chili?
No.
Oh, who knew?
So you like eating deer poop? Is that what you're saying? Because I did not know this when we got married.
This is really good. It doesn't have venison, it has beef, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay, well, I take that back.
Okay. So you give it 2 thumbs up and drill worthy.
2 thumbs up and drill worthy.
We'll just stick with the first part of it.
Edit to your heart's content.
Okay, thank you.
Love you.
Love you too. Y'all have a blessed day.